Hey there, singers. The last two lessons have been incredibly content rich. 2 lessons ago, we learned that when using the treble clef,
on the lines, every good boy does fine, which stands for E, G, B, D, F. Every good boy does fine. And in the space, you can see my face. F, A, C, E are the notes in the spaces.
Please bear in mind that every good boy does fine and face can be found in the space. Why, those are just mnemonic devices, and the notes actually go in an order. From lowest to highest, it's A in alphabetical order to G before it repeats again.
the next week, we learned how to identify a key signature and then how to use that to find do.
But we'll save key signatures for another day.
When looking at notes, let's not forget that they can change by a half step if there's a sharp or a flat sign. For example, if we took an A and we put a sharp sign next to it, it would be called A sharp and would sound 1 half step higher. If we were to take an E and put a flat sign next to it, it would become E flat and sound 1 half step lower. This can be done with any note on the staff.
Isn't that just the best?
What we see here are the lines and spaces of the staff, a treble clef, and a quarter note. Now make sure to pay attention to the note head here because the note head is going to tell us the pitch. You can ignore the note stem for now, which tells us the rhythmic duration of this note, which happens to be a quarter note. So let's dive in and look at it. It is in a space, and we know that in the space you can see my face, F-A-C-E. It's on the second space from the bottom, so it's A, F-A. We have an A note here. Next up is on a line, and we know that every good boy does fine are the notes on the lines, and since this is on the third one, every good boy, it's B. All right, next up's in a space, F-A-C-E. From the bottom to the top is F-A-C-E, that's a C. And then next we have a note on the line, every good boy does fine, so that is a D. Next we have another space note, but this one's on the top space, and we know from the bottom up is F-A-C-E, so this is E. This one's on the very top line, every good boy does fine, so that is an F. What we have here is now above the staff, so we don't actually have a mnemonic device here to help us. We need to remember that that is actually going to be a G because of the notes
Going A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
All right, now, the real quiz is beginning. What note is this note? A D. What about this next note right here? Also on a line. It's B. How about this note right here, in a space? It's C. Trick question for you, and last one. That's G, above the lines and spaces.
To feel natural at sight singing or sight reading music, it takes putting in a
Little bit of time.
on a very consistent basis. So keep on reading notes, keep on singing, and stay weird, choir kids.